Yo, what's up everyone, the Transporter here. Welcome back to another episode of Need for Speed 2015. Gamescom is here at last. Yes, all the brilliance of Gamescom is here. And EA and Need for Speed were there at Gamescom to introduce to us some new stuff that will be available for the new Need for Speed coming in November. And they've introduced to us two new trailers, so we're going to follow through each trailer one by one to see what awesome new things were hidden and other new things that we need to look at in these two trailers. So, ready? Roll clip.
There's some top-grade talent in town who's ready to make history. But this is the next level. Go on. Take
and stop! Did you see that? You zoom in there. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a Lamborghini Diablo SV. Diablo SV. And as I said before, and I said a couple times in the Need for Speed franchise, it isn't Need for Speed without this car. Luckily, a certain someone will be driving this car, which we will introduce later. But let's keep going.
Magnus Walker's in town, and we smashed that legendary runner phase, and they'll have to come.
Icon number 1 is here, Magnus Walker. And usually you thought this was an outlaw icon. It happens to be a speed icon with his Outlaw 277 Porsche 911 1971. And there are two 911s to make yourself known as. This is the first one. This is the older one, owned by Magnus Walker. His own 911 imported into the game. So let's keep going.
Back at us. Check this.
I saw you guys doing some fast runs out there. It was real impressive.
You know about Cam Block, right? I've owned it for days, so we gonna recruit.
And there it is, ladies and gentlemen, icon number 2, Ken Block, and his whole unicorn RTR is in the game. Yes, gleeful laugh there. But more importantly, this is because I've been wanting to get that car in the game for the longest time, and I thought No Limits would have it, but joy of joys, a new Need for Speed has it. So now we're gonna enjoy 845 horsepower all-wheel drive Mustang cruising around Ventura. Oh my goodness! But that's just that.
Travis mentioned you worked a couple cars yourself. That's cool. Use whatever tool you want. I want it ready for Nakai-san to see before he leaves the city.
Icon number 3, as expected, Akira Nakai. Nakai-san of Well with Begref. He's a style icon. So, not the style icon, he's the build icon. Ken Block is a style icon. Akira Nakai is the build icon. And that's pretty much what you need to know there. Yes, you have to build a car specifically to his taste to make sure it looks good. So, moving on.
I'm talking stupid power.
What kind of crew you running with these days?
Stop running with Risky Devil. They are icon number 4. They're the crew icon. But what more importantly is the cars that they're rolling in. Besides the Rocket Body BRZ, there's the RX-7 FD3S. There's a LANCER EVO 9MR. I think it's an R32 hiding behind there. And S14 and S13 and S15.
They call themselves Risky Devil.
Seen your moves. Killing it.
Everybody loves
And our last one, Outlaw, owned by Morohoshi-san. Shinichi Morohoshi. He's actually a prominent Yakuza member back in Japan. He's probably one of the most iconic Lambo tuners out there in Japan, just rolling around in neon and glittered Lamborghinis out there in Japan. There's a documentary about him on YouTube. You go and look it up. But he's icon number 5, the Outlaw icon. Yep, you're running the cusp with him.
someone fighting against the system. So you gotta ask yourself, are you the kind of driver who's in it for the rush?
So there you are. That is trailer number 1. So now let's move on to trailer number 2, where we get a closer look at all 5 rivals which I've mentioned earlier. And roll clip.
You throw caution to the wind, you just go for it. Once I'm behind the wheel, literally nothing else matters. You know, you push yourself to the limit.
So as I said, the speed icon is Magnus Walker. Now this guy is pretty much a prominent Porsche fanatic. He's got like 930s and all 964s, mostly 930s, littered all around like the West Coast or like all around the world pretty much. And his iconic 930 277 Outlaw is his pretty much pride. It's been with him since he was like a young type. It was one of the first Porsches he's ever owned. So that's pretty much the car that you're going to be destined to drive once you earn his respect in the game.
And beyond. For me, style is just a part of life, and you either do it or you don't do it. But there's nothing else like that feeling of being able to control a car.
As mentioned before, Ken Block is a style icon, and the Unicorn 845 horsepower Unicorn RTR is the car for you to drive. Now you probably be replicating his Gymkhana sort of race throughout the city, move for move, so to speak, when you're racing in the game with that car or with whatever car that you build.
Really get much better than this.
自分のために作ってるんで、車乗れない頃からもホビーとか模型とかで作ってたからね。車だけによらず洋服にあったり映画にあったり音楽にあったり全ての部分からイマジネーションが。
Right, that's icon number 3, Akira Nakai-san. He is the build icon. And as I mentioned before, you'll be building a car to certain specifications, make sure it looks good before you show it to him before you leave the city. And if he's good enough, then he'll probably get respect for you. The car that we're driving is the 1974 Porsche. That's the other Porsche that I mentioned. It is the RWB Stella Artois. That is a famous RWB that he's been tinkering with for the longest time. It's one of the first Porsches he's ever owned too. And he's been tinkering with, he's been messing with ever since. And now it's just one dark marauder of a flat 6 track day or field day or city slicking, tire shredding monster with a flat 6 Beetle. But it's a cool Beetle.
These spots would be empty for all night, so we'd literally just hang out there
and start zigzagging through side streets, and I found an open garage, and I pulled into someone's garage. it was I couldn't believe I got away.
Risky Devil, as mentioned before, they are icon number 4, the crew icon. And the car that they'll be driving around is this BRZ, but they also have, as I mentioned before, another bunch of cars running around with them. But that's probably in the trailer. I don't know if they're going to be in the final game. But you see the LANCER EVO 10, you see the RX-7, you see an R32 GTR, you see an S15 Sylvia, there's an S13 Slatey there, and I think I saw an S14, but I don't know. And one more thing, I was pretty impressed that all these shooters are in this game, but most importantly, people have been asking for the RX-7, people are asking for the LANCER EVO. Well, there they are.
自分は車を走らせるときにその車がどう走ったら一番かっこいいかっていうのをとにかく諦めないでずっと。
Final icon is the Outlaw icon by Morohoshi-san, Shinichi Morohoshi, and he was driving a popular NFS icon, a Lamborghini Diablo SV, and you can customize that bit there. But it's been painted in magenta and gold. It's littered with all the flotsam, and you'll be running away from the costume in that thing.
Some amazing things I can't feel anywhere else in my life. We've all got a need for speed.
Yep, those are the 2 trailers for the new Need for Speed. As we go on and give you my reaction, there's a lot of information that they dropped onto us today. No gameplay was shown at Gamescom. A lot of hidden cars, as I mentioned before. We already have the M3 E46 GTR, we already have the RX-7, the Diablo SV, the S13 Slatey, the R32 GTR, the S15, not 11, 930, 1974, the Unicorn RTR, the 71 Porsche, Magnus Walker's Porsche, and there are a couple others too. There's other speculation that people might have seen the S2000. That will be a pretty good car to bring back because I missed that thing. The last time I saw it was on the underground, no, not underground. Last time I saw, I think, was it Pro Street? I think it was Pro Street the last time I saw the S2000. But other than that, wow. Yep, this is looking like a pretty good game. And other than that, there's also a bit of an Easter egg too. I don't know if an Easter egg, but not really Easter egg, but a bit of hidden scenes. If you watch the Gamescom conference, you saw 2 identical drifting figures when discussing Ken Block. So when we're talking with that guy who was interested in Ken Block, right beside him there was another chap there. That's Frederick Osbo, right there. Yep, that guy over there is Frederick Osbo. And then when Ken Block is introduced to the crew, to the friends or whatever, the first guy you run into is indeed Von Gittin Jr. And to be honest, I wouldn't expect anything less from him because he did help co-create the RTR, and his body kits are available for the Mustang GT. So it's kinda, it won't be pretty much the same if he wasn't in there, to be honest. So that's pretty much it. That's trailer breakdown. All the cars there, all the icons there introduced. So this is pretty much looking like still a promising game. Where we go from here now, not really sure. There might be a Eurogamer conference soon, and I don't know if EA will be there with the new Need for Speed, introducing their new features, but it still looks very, very promising. So hope you guys enjoyed this presentation. Remember, rate, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.